What's the deal? Yo, 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 yo. Okay. Had to do a mic check because I've been fucking up lately. Straight up. How y'all doing though? How's everybody? See what we got here. Man, these boys, they always come here messing with something. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. What do we got here? Let's see. Okay. Let me go ahead and actually get this started there. A couple folks come in. Yes, sir. Get this shared up over here, over there, everywhere. All right. A few things up, few things up, few things up. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let me do a test here to make sure I got audio and everything coming through these platforms. Because lately I have been messing up. And so we'll see what they do right now. For sure. Yeah, we good. I got audio. We all right. Yeah, we good. Okay. All right. All righty then. Right. Some Jim Carrey shit. Okay. Um, I have I have a player so in or whatever the case may be. It's Thursday. Y'all know what the deal is with that situation. Um, right now we got a 44 and a half over under in this spot. Excuse me. 2.5 total touchdowns for Steelers. 2.5 touchdowns for Pittsburgh at plus 152. You got to know I like that. You got to know I like that, right? You have to know I like that. Y'all have to know I like that. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Both teams to score a touchdown in each half at plus 174. Let me see. Let me put that shit to the side. Let me put this shit to the side here. Plus money plays. I'm more on the plus money plays this year. Provide a little bit more value to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Those are some plays that I'm looking at from an overall standpoint. I am looking for the team totals right now. So let me see where they at. This is a game where I think that some first of all, I think it's going down. Let me tell you that. I could be wrong, right? But this is a game where I can see that, hey, maybe some specials could hit. So maybe we could take a look at some of those. But I am looking for I'm looking for the team totals. And I know Whimsy is going to. Total touchdowns. Touchdowns in each half. First field goal. And margin, 10 points. Lower score. So that needs to probably in the popular section. Let me go back. Popular. Total. 19.5 at a minus 130 for Cincinnati. 25.5 for the Steelers. Okay. I just wanted to see that according to FanDuel standards for that line. If I'm taking a side in this game, it's going to be, I haven't betted or nothing like that, but if I was, it would be 5.5 and or the money line for Cincinnati. That's if I am playing this, right? It's if I am playing this game. The official play that I do have is passing attempts over 36.5. That's an official play. And the receptions for both Jamar Chase and Higgins. Now these are straights, right? These are straights. I wouldn't, these are straights, right? So, don't get it twisted here. When it comes to these two guys, I'm in the rim. Where I'm at with this is one of them getting there. If neither one of them gets there, I'll be shocked. So that's where I'm at with that situation, regardless who's guarding who, right? That's just my theory there. And for value, you could get the plus money still on T. Higgins, 4.5 receptions. So it is what it is. What up, J Mac? What's going on? What's the deal? Those are a few official plays that I had. Now, like I said, I don't think. Well, I'll tell you this. Another official play would be the 5.5, right? And y'all know behind the closed doors, I'm going in there and I'm taking the money line for the Bengals, but it is what it is. I'm sprinkled on the 5.5. They get their ass beat out, blew out. It is what it is. I'm gonna put a little something on this 5.5 here, okay? Bengals plus 5.5. I mean, it just is what it is, right? At this point. So, when I'm looking at these plays here, we look at them as straights here. I really have interest at plus 174. Both teams to score a touchdown in each half. Okay, at plus 174, I have to do some line shopping, comparing to see where I can get the best number at. It's probably not a play that I'm giving out, but it's a strong lean, right? So strong lean for me, right? A win, lose, or draw. I mean, a touchdown in the first half, a touchdown in the second half for both teams. It is what it is, right? So that's why I'm at with that situation. Let's take a look. What number would I get? For the first, I think we get a lower number here. I mean, plus 175 is juicy. So let me see. Both halves. The thing about both of these books is FanDuel, you can't put that in same game parlays. Over here, you can. Okay, in 365. And they're right on par. One touchdown each half, plus 175. If you think they're getting ready to go ballistic, you can look at these guys for 2 touchdowns in each half. I mean, it could happen. Anything could happen. It's a lot of jaw jacking in this game and press conferences and shit too. These teams going to want to stick it to each other. 2 touchdowns in each half for both teams is a plus 3,600, right? I'm not saying go there. I'm just letting you know. Bet 365 didn't even bother to put that shit up. So they only got the 1 out. So, it is what it is with that situation. Going back here to FanDuel, like I said, the value, right? I'm looking for value. I'm a little bit more on the value side, because, shit happens. But, you can look at the 2.5 touchdowns. Bengals to score 2.5 touchdowns at plus 152, right? Now, I'm looking at Flacco, the seasoned veteran Flacco, right? Like, come on, man. I mean, you're going to give me these guys on the outside. Let's go to war. If I lose, I lose, right? That's what Flacco's saying right now. Let's go to war, bro. Straight up, man. I got a tandem over here, and they want me to sling it. So it is what it is. You could also look at Noah Fant. You can add him to that Knicks. 2.5 touchdowns at plus 152 is not out of the realm of possibilities. You cannot put that in same game parlays over there, but you can alter touchdowns over here on 365. You could get 2.5 touchdowns for this team at plus 162, or you could get them for 2 touchdowns as a parlay piece at a minus 210. Okay, so there's a lot of ways that you could skin a cat. This is from an overall team-ish standpoint, right? Where it's not a lot of, a team effort, because you can score 1 on defense. You can do a lot of things, right? If you're not having a good time at picking people to score touchdowns, and you think a team's going to score touchdowns, you can come over here to their total touchdowns, right? You can take 2.5 touchdowns for the Steelers, 1.5 for the Broncos, and get plus money like that if you wanted to. So there's plenty ways that you can skin a cat here, okay? Plenty ways. We talk props a lot, right? But there's other ways that, and then you can use all these books to your advantage, right? 365 has some have a lot of alternate ways that you could do things, but DraftKings has probably more alternate ways that you could do things, right? So before I get too farther here, I just want to let you know that, like I said, passing props, you can come over here to DraftKings. You can get the alternate pass yards. You can get the combined pass yards and between both what the hell? Both quarterbacks and alter them. Either player pass yards. Wait a minute, what the hell was that? Combined either one of the quarterbacks to go 275, right? That's some shit. Passing touchdowns, you can ladder them, right? You think 2, you get 2 for Joe Flacco at plus money, If you think he can get out there for 3, we plus 462. That's good shit right there. Passing attempts. I so this line has been moving, right? I got in at 36 and a half. Now it's 37 and a half, right? And that's the beauty of, getting these lines, right? But let me see. Flacco passing attempts 36 and a half on FanDuel now at a minus 114, which probably might get up to 37 and a half by tonight. The thing about that is Flacco this season, including last week, his first game with this team, he's got 45 passes attempts on the head, right? So at the end of the day here, I see him going over this number in some shape, form, or fashion here. So it is what it is. And if you felt like you wanted to ladder it, then you could go to DraftKings and ladder that, right? 38, 101, 40 passing attempts, plus 148, 42 passing attempts, 227, 44 passing attempts, plus 300, 336, 46 passing attempts that he hasn't hit all season, and you get that at plus 500, right? Steelers can play a grinded out slow game. So, I can see why his passing attempts can be inflated, but it won't fuck up a parlay for me because it's going to be a straight. Okay. So that's that. Okay. All right. And like I said, completions, you can alter those completions if you want. His pass and plus rush yards, you can alter that there. Pass yards first quarter, the one that's really underrated for all the players and stuff like that. We know we like the first quarters and stuff like that, but the first half props, right? So between receivers and quarterbacks, the first half props, passing yards, you can alter those, right? You can alter those. And then when it comes to the receiving and rushing, you also have first quarter and you also have first half, right? So you could get in there and I'll shake up you some numbers for the first half if you're just not feeling that first quarter type shit, right? So it is what it is, right? Now, and this is on DraftKings. I don't know how many books got the first half, but this is awesome for DraftKings to have, the first half and things of that nature, right? Because you could get a first half 15 yards for DK, first half 15 yards for Chase, and who else? Somebody like a first half maybe a Darnell Washington or a 10 yards for a T Higgins. Just an example, not saying it's going to hit, but you can get that. This is first half receiving yards. You can get that for minus 115. Now, it's just an example, not saying I'm playing this, but those are some of the highest targeted players that's going to be out there. So just, some shit. Just a few things right there. It's more ways to skin a cat. Now, we went over some of these games yesterday or the day before, some of these plays yesterday or the day before. And like I said, right now, as far as official plays, it's props. Number one, the 36.5 passing attempts. I got it on DraftKings or MGM, one of them, one of those books. And this is like a package deal for me. I'm playing them both. Hopefully both of them get there. Hopefully one of them get there. The one that I really want to get there would be T. Higgins at that plus 120 mark, okay? So Jamar Chase, first game with Flacco, 12 attempts, 10 receptions. I think it was not attempts, targets, 10 receptions. And then I think for T. Higgins, it was like around 8. I could show you. It was around 8 targets for 5 receptions. So you'll get his 5 receptions at plus money. Both of them, I'm planning for a straight. I just hoping all three of them get there. And then, yeah, I just hope all three of those props get there. While we're here, I will ask, because I didn't do a Jackson video, so I'll ask Jackson right now. I'll just tell him, hey, give me your top plays, and I'll let that cook while we're doing what we're doing, right? Stream is moving a little bit, a lot better than it was the other day. Give me your top spread. Give me your top. Give me a top bets and player props. Let's see what that do, right? Let that cook in the background, and then I'll flip the script and go back. So we know there's no Hudson and Gesicki, so we'll be down to Noah Fant and this kid, whatever. But taking a look at Noah Fant here, and what's versus this team, tight ends and things of that nature. Noah Fant last week, he got to his receptions, right? 4 targets, 4 receptions under Flacco. As you can see, this Pittsburgh defense, they've allowed tight ends have been able to get busy versus them. Njoku, 3 catches, right along with Harry Fannin, and we'll definitely on Fannin this week. If Njoku can't, go, if you got a fantasy team or something like that, just go ahead on and grab Fannin Jr. right now. But should have been had him or stashed. But Njoku and Fannin and these tight ends, they combine for 11 catches. Let's look at it like that. T.J. Hockenson, 4 receptions on 5 targets. Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, they combined for 10 catches on 14 targets for the Patriots. And so on and so forth, right? Barner is good. He's just falling victim of having a good team right now, right? And not being a focal point and things of that nature. Either way it goes, Noah Fant, his line is sitting at 3.5. That's pretty razor sharp. He's over this line this year. Every game, he's got 3 catches or better in every game this year. The game he missed this line, he missed it on the hook. So it's an okay spot for him. This team is playing zone 60% of the time. He's been pretty efficient overall. Overall targets, 16 receptions on 18 targets versus zone. He's got 16 targets in zone and man, only 1 target. So, 14 receptions on 16 targets in zone is pretty good. So that just, it's telling you something like, they'll probably be going to him in zone and stuff like that, But at the end of the day, it is what it is. A couple of receptions. I couldn't talk you off of that if you wanted to. So, he's somebody that's in play for his receptions. What's his longest reception? 12.5. I couldn't talk you off of that. I couldn't talk you off of that. All the tight ends have a catch versus this team over 12.5. Njoku, 14. Fannin, his teammate, 24. Hockenson, 14. Hunter Henry, a 16. Austin Hooper, a 16. Right? Barner, only 2 catches, but one of them was 19. His Mason Taylor, 20 yards. Right? So, even if you just want to look for that one rock'em sock'em catch, he can provide you with that. You know what I'm saying? He's been flirting with that, this season. The 12.5 longest reception, 1 for 32 week 1, 1 for 12. So he missed it on the hook. Week 2, then he hit it on week 3. Week 4, he had his long was 10. Week 5, his long was 9. So if you want to go that route, or play them both, be my guest. It is what it is, right? Fancy, his regular receiver yards is sitting at what, 26.5. And he's if you're looking at his numbers, I would say he's gotten there every week. I mean, he at 26.5. He missed this line by the hook twice. So you might as well say, hey, man, you could even if you want to use him in parlays, I don't bet too many yardage plays, but if you wanted to get to a 25-yard mark, he's gotten there every game this season, right? So I can filter this to 25. Let's see, I can filter this to 25 yards. And boom, he's green, right? 25 yards in every game except for one. And I mean, in every game this season. And you'll get that you'll get 25 yards for him at on certain books at a parlay piece like -150. So, shit like that, can help out, with your parlays and stuff. So, so it is what it is with that. DK Metcalf, I do like DK Metcalf. I ain't going to sit up here and stunt like I don't like DK Metcalf. So it's not something that I can't stun about this situation here. But when I'm looking at this receptions for him at 4.5 in this matchup, I do think he should get there, right? I do think he should get there. Dubs. I don't really like the Green Bay receivers and Buffalo Bills receivers. I just can't really, those guys. I can't really with those guys, man. But Dobbs did get there. Amon-Ra, 8 receptions on 9 targets. Marvin Mims, 6 receptions, 6 targets. A bunch of these boys got there. And, it is what it is. I think he can get there. The thing about that is the guy who's next in line, right? So you got to really figure it out. The tight ends, Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, and the tight end, these guys are in some really good spots, okay? Just looking at some of the tight ends versus this team, Tucker Kraft, or you can look at the longest reception as well. It's just trying to decipher which one to go with, right? You got Tucker Kraft, Laporta, 92 yards. Tucker Kraft, 43. Adam Trotman, 32 yards. Wow. Evan Ingram, 29 yards, 4 receptions, 5 receptions to TJ, 49 yards, things like that, right? And Njoku, 37 yards, 3 receptions. Fannin, 7 receptions, 63 yards, okay? So tight ends can get busy here, okay? I wouldn't say wild card, but Darnell Washington, right? Darnell Washington. Back-to-back games with 3 receptions on 5 targets and 3 targets. Kind of, to me, kind of like trending upwards. Athletic guy, This line sitting at 2.5. What do we got here? Let me see. You get 3 receptions for Darnell Washington at minus 128. Mm. Hmm. 3 receptions in back-to-back games. 17% receiving share. Mm. No touchdowns. What about red zone targets? Targets. 1 red zone target. 1 red zone target. Mm. Darnell Washington, 1 red zone target. Mm. He's interesting. He's interesting, man. You know, chasing touchdowns and shit like that. But man, is he interesting? It's not a lot of guys to pick from. But you know, the good thing here is you're gonna get plus money for pretty much all of these guys, right? So that's very interesting. Plus 145 on DK for DK Metcalf. No Austin. I was looking. Where the fuck does he line up at? Splits receivers. Receiver alignment. Skronek. Calvin Austin is out. He's about 50-50 on wide and slot. Darnell Washington, wide, a little bit wide, a little bit slot, a lot of inline. Jonnu Smith, DK Metcalf going to be out there on the outside all time. Freiermuth, mostly inline and in slot. Jonnu Smith, mostly inline and slot. Darnell Washington, mostly always inline. How much inline do they run? I don't know. But Darnell Washington is inline more than anyone. 31 inline routes. How does this stack up against the deep defense? Okay, so do I go? Okay, I think I go Cincinnati Bengals. What is this? I'll take the Pittsburgh down. Oh shit! They've given up 5 touchdowns in line. Their Cincinnati's defense is giving up 5 touchdowns in line. So if I go in line here, take the backfield out. If I go in line here, they've given up 5 touchdowns in line. 6 games, 4 receptions, 5 touchdowns. If that's all the weeks, I can go week by week by week, whichever week I want, shit like that. So more than likely, that'll be, I don't know. It could be one of these guys that lines up in line, right? Let me see receiver stats by positioning. Then go back to Pittsburgh. And that's if, DK Metcalf, right? Don't get there. Pittsburgh Steelers. They got 3 touchdowns in line. wide to targets, slot. Okay, well, he's an interesting candidate, right? He's an interesting candidate to get there, because pass catchers like looking at the routes run and stuff like that. Janu's out there, Fryermuth's out there. Then your receiver, you're going to be looking at who? Austin's out. Metcalf. Anybody can catch one, but Hayward, Skronick, Scotty Merrill, those guys got a red zone touch attempt there. Jalen Warren, Darnell Washington. Hmm. Yeah, it probably would be. It probably. I mean, he'd probably be a sleeper at least for that 2.5. Not a sleeper, but he should be in line. Looking at the defense here, you see all this green. Oh shit! What did Jackson like? My bad. Yeah, you see all this green here, and all this green, all this green, all this green. So Jackson, let's take a look here. Game analysis and betting edge. The Pittsburgh Steelers 4-1 enter this game as the clear favorite, boasting a significant advantage in overall team efficiency. The Cincinnati Bengals 2-4 are struggling, ranking dead last in the league in total DVOA, minus 40.5%, and point differential minus 80%. You got some, things of that nature. A lot of key statistical analysis right here. Bengals, they like the 5.5. I like the 5.5. Right, got that already set to the side. While the Steelers are superior team, divisional matchups on a short week favor the underdog, a trend that has held true most of the Thursday night football games this season. The market power rankings, however, suggest the line should be around Steelers minus 5.5, which means the current line of 5.5 is right on the money. However, the Bengals are getting an upgrade at quarterback with Joe Flacco. The struggling Jake Browning, Flacco's presence should stabilize the offense enough to keep this game competitive. Given the history of divisional underdogs covering the Thursday night, taking the points here is a sharp play. Jamar Chase, over 5.5 receiving yards for the ranking system. I guess, I don't know, I have to look into that, but he does have 4 stars right there. I like him for whatever, you know what I'm saying. I took his 7.5, 6.5 receptions, and yardage is definitely something that you can look at as well. His hit rate chart here, he's over in back-to-back games. Good sign for him. Good sign for my fucking fantasy team. So it is what it is. Jalen Warren, over 16.5 receiving yards. Definitely somebody you can look at coming out of the backfield. One thing I do know, the explosive plays and stuff like that, I think the Bengals are trying to keep the lid on that. So some things underneath can probably get there. That's kind of where one of the reasons that, looking at DK Metcalf and, a few of those guys to try to, get open. In the intermediate routes and stuff like that. The hit rate for him, he's over this line in every game except for one this season. Flacco, of course, right? That's definitely a parlay piece for me if I wanted to go there. But he's over this line in 4 and 5. He's no stranger to interceptions. So, it is what it is. Chase Brown, over 2.5 receptions. He's over this number in every game except for one. I expect him to go over his. I don't mind him going over, right? I don't mind him going over. I'd have him in my fantasy team as well. But at the end of the day, they're giving it a 3 stars there. So over 2.5 receptions. I couldn't talk you off of it. That just plays right into the hands of my 36.5 passing attempts for Joe Flacco. So that's what they have right there. Okay. Bengals 5.5. Chase 75.5 receiving yards. Jalen Warren over 16.5 receiving yards, and Flacco over an interception. Chase Brown 2.5 receptions. They like that. I definitely can see, if they can get some pressure in there, Chase Brown could definitely probably get that, along with the tight ends. But, Flacco, seasoned veteran, he should be able to see what's going on. As far as parlays and stuff like that, I haven't put anything together. I'm going to do something alternate, but if you didn't see, both games to score a touchdown in each half at plus 174. I have interest in that, right? These are all leans. These are all plays here. These are a few plays that I wouldn't take the over there, under. Plus 174, 1 touchdown in each half. I wouldn't take the under. I would not. Total touchdowns for the Bengals. Something's telling me they can get 3 touchdowns. They get 3 touchdowns. You bet this. You get it at plus 152. Would I take the under? No. Right? I probably wouldn't. Plus 5.5. Official play for me. I take an L, but I like it, right? And on the backside, I'm gonna sprinkle something on that money line. You know what I'm saying? Turn my head, sprinkle something on that money line, which is like plus 210, plus 210 here. So I'm gonna close my eyes on that one. But I'll show you guys. It's a lean. It's a strong lean to me, but I'm probably gonna go behind the closed doors and bet that shit. Okay. Bengals at home. Second game for Flacco. Flacco, didn't look bad last week. He just gets another week with some of the top receivers in the league, or one of the top tandems in the league. So I couldn't talk you off anything there, right? I couldn't talk you off anything there. My touchdown pick. Who am I betting on for the jackpot touchdown? If you got FanDuel, you got a jackpot touchdown thingy. More often than not, it's gonna be, for me, it's gonna be one of these two people. It's going to be probably, you could go chalk Jamar Chase. Everybody, you're getting good touchdown, you're getting good plus money odds for touchdowns. But on the long shot side, of course, well, not long shot side, but that shit crazy. It's going to be a tight end for me. I could go anywhere from Pat Freiermuth. I could go to the two guys I'm looking at. I can't narrow it down yet. It would probably be Noah Fant and Darnell Washington, right? Just something a little, I ain't going to say a little bit different. Darnell Washington going to be chalk. He going to be chalk tonight. I can look at his line and tell he's going to be chalk at minus 128. It's not too many places you can go. But I don't think you can go wrong. Taking a Jamar Chase, if you at a plus 145, I don't. A T Higgins at a plus 220. You know how hard it is to hit that fucking touchdown play. It's hard as hell to hit that touchdown. So that's that, right? I did say that I think today could be one of those days. I don't know, man. I just feel like these receivers probably going to go crazy. or should have the ability to go crazy. You could look at some of the specials. I haven't looked at some of the specials, but I'll go through a few specials with you guys, and I'll get out of you guys' hair, right? In under an hour. Now, Jamar Chase, 1 reception in each quarter, plus 105. Something I wouldn't take the under on. Jamar Chase, 25 yards in each half. I smacked a whopping play with him and last year with him and this teammate over there. I smacked a good play, a good one. Man, I think I had both of them combined for like 250 yards or some shit. Man, them motherfuckers got there. But DK Metcalf, 25 in each half. Jamar Chase, 5 receiving yards in each quarter. Looks good. Plus 175, I don't mind that. Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf to combine for 200 yards. You never know. Plus 290. Higgins, 25 yards in each half. Metcalf, 1 reception in each quarter. I would have to like that, even though, damn, why the fuck did they do that? Even though, when you look at Metcalf's reception history here, it doesn't look too sexy. But you also want to take the matchup into consideration. He's also in line for a touchdown. He's got a touchdown in 4 straight games, as you can see there. But receptions here, back-to-back games, he's had 4. But if you're having 3 receptions, you can't get a set reception in every quarter, right? So he hasn't been over 5 receptions. He's only went over 4 receptions once. And 3 games he's had, whatever. You see it right there. Let me go back to where I was. But it's something that I like for plus 300. 1 catch each quarter, plus 300. I like that price better than I like the Jamar Chase for 1 catch in each quarter at plus 105. 5 receiving yards at plus 370, right? I probably would just, I don't even worry about that 70 cent. I'll be straight with the 300. Like 5 yards, no, I just give me the catch. If I'm, 10 yards each quarter for Chase, Metcalf and Jamar each to have 25 and a half. 10 receiving, 2 receptions in each quarter for Chase, plus 800. Chase and T. Higgins to combine for 250. Maybe Higgins can go berserk type shit. Metcalf and Jamar Chase to combine for 300 plus 3,000. DK Metcalf, 2 receptions in each quarter plus 4,500. 3 receptions in each quarter. Higgins and T. I think I smacked on something like this last year, or it was probably the year and a half. Like Chase and T. Higgins to combine for 300 receiving yards. It was 250 or 300. Nice payday. So, it's a couple added plays that I don't mind here. Would be Jamar Chase, 1 reception in each quarter, plus 105. I like it. The 5 yards, I'm gonna just take that down. That extra 75 cent, I'm straight. I'll take that'd be the one, the fuck me in the end. But the catch is all I need. Just get it, right? DK Metcalf, one catch in each quarter is plus 300. Something to think about, right? Something to think about. I think I could bet both of them, and one of these guys might get there. Shit, plus 300, man. Woo. Yep. So, I didn't put parlays, man. It should be easy to put a parlay together. I don't see too many people crying about parlays or something like that. But since, how about we go over the prize picks and see if I can get something together here. Receiving yards, rushing receptions. How about receptions here? I do like receptions. How about 4? Yes, please. 4 for Higgins. They giving you the Chase over here for a goblin 7. as a regular play, which means you need eight to cash it. Darnell Washington, very interesting play. He's over this line and back to back games. I think I like it. Chase Brown, 3 receptions. Metcalf, 4.5. I'll take a stab at it. 4.5. Fant, I like that. How about throw in the Flacco passing attempts? How about we throw in the Flacco passing attempts, right? Don't have to go to a six man either. A three pick should get you 6x, right? Yeah. Oh, there's correlation there. That's why. I hate that shit, man. Cause, yeah, man, that correlation knocks it down, man. How the fuck do they want you to play? 2 picks. 2 picks then. Because if you go, say we go, and then you got to have one from each team. So let's say we took down T. Higgins. Then that goes up to $30, right? So you're better off just doing that 2-man. You know what I'm saying? But your pay ain't coming out. What's up, Mackie? Your pay ain't coming out the way I would like it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. A 2-piece right here, 4.5 receptions for DK Metcalf and Flacco, 36.5 passing attempts. But if I was going 6, I would probably go back here. I would probably go. Let's see. I would probably go receptions here. I would probably go maybe slap in the Washington at 2.5. Chase 6.5. Yeah, that was my favorite play. I locked him in. But now it moved to a 7, right? So I probably would rather take T. Higgins at that 4. But I could put him in. I could put him in at that 7, though. It don't really even matter, I could put him in at that 7 and T. Higgins. 2 pass catchers. 2 pass catchers from each team. And 2 quarterback plays. So with I can go with a 6 here. I can go the quarterback play. I could take Rodgers. What about? I know his passing TD is probably 2.5. 1.5. Come on with that, right? 1.5. Come on with that. Do some shit like that. Where you got 5 receptions for DK, 36.5 pass attempts for Flacco. Darnell Washington, 2.5 receptions. T. Higgins, 4 receptions, 7 receptions for Chase, 1.5 passing TDs for Aaron Rodgers, right? Yep, I got $3.50 there. I'll probably go with the $8.50, $8.50 on that for a 6-man. That'll pay out $68 right there, right? So something, on the parlay side to sweat out right there. And anything else I'm betting here on the books or whatever the case may be, it's going to be, if it ain't no boost or nothing like that, I ain't playing it, right? Because not right now, right? And if NBA is next week, yes, sir. But right now, I'm taking advantage of all these 30%, boost and all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? All these sweat frees and all that. I'm taking advantage of all that. I'm not trying to hurt my bankroll throughout none of this shit, right? Not trying to hurt my bankroll throughout none of this. So it is what it is. Tomorrow, but how about we go back, right? So a recap. We know we played that a few plays that I got hearted over here. We played that Flacco a few days ago, right? So that's an official play. Official play over 6.5 receptions for Jamar Chase. Official play over 4.5 receptions for Higgins. Hopefully one of them get that strong. I wouldn't take the under on Noah Fant's receptions. I wouldn't take the under, right? Straights. Lean. Lean. I wouldn't take the under on both teams to score a touchdown in each half. I would not take the under there. Another play. Over 2.5 total touchdowns at plus 152. Something that I like, but I won't take the under. So it's a lean. Oh, I lean over. Official play. Win, lose, or draw, I'm fine with it. Give me Cincinnati Bengals plus 5.5. I say, I'm going to turn my head, right, and I'm going to play them on the money line. Strong lean to the money line. Divisional game. Jamar Chase to record 1 reception in each quarter is a plus 105. That's a super strong lean that I'm probably going to sprinkle on. DK Metcalf, you get a plus 300 for him to get 1 reception in each quarter, for both of these guys each quarter. It's kind of skeptical. It's really skeptical, especially for the receptions and things of that nature that he's been getting. But hopefully the Bengals can put some pressure on these guys and make these guys come on, right? So it is what it is with that situation. What else? Jackson, one more time. Jackson likes the Bengals 5.5. $75.5 receiving yards. Jackson likes that. Jalen Warren over 16.5 receiving yards. Flacco over an interception. Chase Brown 2.5 receptions. And you see up to the top, you see Tails. Make sure you go download Tails. You go follow me. Turn your notifications on. You follow me. You'll get, along with a bunch of other cappers and stuff like that, you'll get plays sent. You'll get notified for the ones you follow. And there's also a feed where you can just go get busy, just go feast, right? And then, like I said, if you want to support the channel or whatever, help keep the lights on, whatever the case may do, it is. Or if you felt like, hey, I want to tip this guy, something like that, it's a $10 option up there when you hit the little VIP link. At the end of the day, take what you like, leave what you don't. NBA is coming. Pause. NBA is on the way soon, right? At the end of the day, it is what it is. So, trying to win the day. Trying to win the day. All right. Peace out.